Shaya Zichrono Livracha and Rabbi Hirsch Lewitan Zichrono Livracha. And the question is, should we have Birchat Kohanim in the Beit Avel? Mr. L-Birchat was the father of Judith Winter, passed away a few weeks ago. The Shiva actually was in London, not in Eretz Israel. And a great man came to visit the community. He's such a zechus to have him here. He passed away in England a couple of weeks back, and the family's in the middle of Shloshim. Dr. Lewitan, the family is mourning right now as we speak in Ramat Beit Shemesh here in Eretz Israel. And Lewitan passed away Shabbat, Motzi Shabbat in Monsey. They're in the middle of Shiva. And the question is, do we have Birchat Kohanim? If it's in Eretz Israel, do we have Birchat Kohanim, the actual Birchat Kohanim? And if it's in Chutz La'aretz in England, do we say Elokeinu Elokei Avotenu? So, first question we have to address is, why do we not say the actual Birchat Kohanim in Chutz La'aretz? And then we can address why or why not say Birchat Kohanim during Shiva. So in terms of the Gemara and the Rishonim, the simple halacha is that there's a mitzvah from the Torah to say Birchat Kohanim every day. Here in Eretz Israel, South Africa, America, England, Australia, it does not make a difference. Where you are, there is a mitzvah v'samu et shemi al b'nei Yisrael v'ani avarchem. Hashem said, you place my name on Bnei Israel, you say the bracha, Birchat Kohanim, V'rach Hashem v'shmerecha, v'ani avarchem, and then I will bless. It means I will bless the Jewish people with the bracha that you give them. I will bless you, the Kohanim, for giving the bracha. It's a beautiful pasuk and a beautiful mitzvah. So why doesn't it happen all over the world? So the Shulchan Aruch has it happening. According to Rav Yosef Karo, we should do it everywhere. It's the Ramah that comes along and says that it's only done in a state of simcha. And that's only on Yantif and Musaf. And therefore, he restricts the mitzvah tremendously and keeping it only to a few times a year. The Ramah says it, and that's the minhag in Chutz La'aretz. For Ashkenazim, Sfardim don't go that way. They go like the Shulchan Aruch. So that's the minhag. There's what to look into. There's legends about the Gra in Vilna trying to undo that minhag and institute that one should have it every day. There's stories that each time he tried to do it, something happened. There was a fire in Vilna, and therefore they stopped it, and they just kept the Ashkenazic minhag to abstain from Birchat Kohanim. And that's the minhag in Chutz La'aretz. Here in Eretz Israel, the minhag is the practice is to say Birchat Kohanim every day. That's what we do. There are some places up north in the Galil where actually they didn't. When the people came from Chutz La'aretz, they kept to a degree the Ramah's minhag, and they don't say Birchat Kohanim every day. There's some place, I think in Haifa, that they don't say Birchat Kohanim every day because they came from Chutz La'aretz and they kept that minhag. So if anyone is ever up in a place somewhere they don't say, or what's going on, now it's understood. So that's a little background regarding saying Birchat Kohanim every day, whether here in Eretz Israel or in Chutz La'aretz. So the Chutz La'aretz, they do not say Ashkenazim. They say Elokeinu Elokei Avotenu. They talk about the bracha given to us from Hashem without actually having the Kohanim recite the bracha. So now the question is, in either place, whether you say Elokeinu in Chutz La'aretz, or whether you do the actual Birchat Kohanim here in Eretz Israel, in a Beit Avel, should the Kohen do Birchat Kohanim? And the question is twofold. Should the Kohen who's davening as a guest in the Avel's house do it? And should the Kohen Avel do it? And that's the question we need to address. So now we have the background on the case, that in general, is there Birchat Kohanim in Chutz La'aretz or not? So now we have that question we have to address. And Yetz Hashem, in the next year, we'll address the specific question, whether there should be Birchat Kohanim in the house of Avelut, and should it be the Kohen, the Avel himself, if he's a Kohen, and if not him, should the other people visiting do Birchat Kohanim? We'll address that in the next year. Shalom.